Y'all knew this video was coming. Y'all knew this video was coming. Ravens fans, I'm gonna need y'all to like the video. It's mandatory. It's not even an option. We gotta do this, and we gotta do it big. Derrick Henry, King Henry, joins the Queen City on a 2-year deal worth up to $20 million. But really, it's a 1-year deal, about, I believe 10 or maybe $12 million, somewhere between that range. You know what I mean? If he hits his incentives, obviously he'll get to that. But, I think it's actually 16 million guaranteed. Long story short, we got him. My bad. Okay, let me read again. Actually, I'm reading this again. In the article, it says 9 million fully guaranteed. My bad. But jokes aside, whatever aside, uncertainties aside, we got him. Ravens flock nation. We out here. You know what I mean? Derrick Henry himself on X, Twitter, formerly Twitter. He wrote Flock Nation. Everybody was wildin'. Everybody was happy. And you know what? Why they're happy? Because the Ravens are actually doing what they're supposed to do. They're doing what they're supposed to do, which is doubling down on what makes us great. Us as a franchise, bro. Us as a team. We have always won with great running backs. Jamal Lewis, 2000s Ravens. Y'all, I don't care what y'all say. 2013, Ray Rice, a legendary running back, great running back. We've always had very good running backs on our roster. Very, very good to great running backs. But now we have a Hall of Famer in our backfield. And yes, he's 30 years old. But let me tell you something about a guy who's 30 years old. This individual has not had any huge major injuries of concern. Now I'm fingers is crossed. I'm going to knock on wood right now, and I have to. You feel me? We knocking on all the wood because we going to bring the wood. Pause. We're really bringing the wood. And this is, especially the first 2 days of free agency, has been a running back, boom, right? Where you see a lot of runners. You saw DeAndre Swift, Tony Pollard, you know what I mean? You had Saquon, you had Josh Jacobs, you had Austin Eckler. It's been basically a huge shuffling board of very relevant and very good runners getting new places, new faces. But I think this one even supersedes the Saquon one. Why do I say that? Because this is a better running back. This is, if you look within the past 6 years, maybe even 7, he's been the best running back in the league in terms of value for a team. Now, if you could argue maybe Christian McCaffrey, that's a great argument. You know what I mean? Because of what McCaffrey did last season. But for what, Henry has done almost every season, winning Offensive Player of the Year, I believe in 2019, the same year that Lamar won the MVP. Who would have thought a few years later they would be teaming up together in the same backfield, man? I'm not even going to make this video this long. I'm excited. I'm hyped up. This is exactly what the Ravens need as a franchise, as a team. And this is the thing, man. I'm going to acknowledge this. When the Ravens lost that game versus the Kansas City Chiefs, what really happened? Really look at it. What has really happened, right? What really happened is that we abandoned the run game in the second half. We were down, I believe, 7 points. It was 10-7 at a certain point. And instead of focusing on what got us to the dance, Todd Monken and really John Harbaugh, because it was, Monken was going to do what Harbaugh says, they abandoned the running game. Gus Edwards didn't get no carries. Keaton Mitchell barely not Keaton Mitchell. Keaton Mitchell was actually injured at that point. But our secondary, a third down back, he was basically getting a few carries here and there, but he became one-dimensional, man. And I've seen this happen 3 times. And ironically, it happened in 2019 versus the same Titans that beat us, right? We became one-dimensional because we were getting beat. We were losing. And that's the issue, man. When you have an individual like Derrick Henry, you cannot be one-dimensional as an offense, man. You have to give him the rock. You have to feed him the rock, because this man, he gets going later at the end of games. This dude is 6'3", 200 and damn near 50 pounds, man. He could line up a defensive end right now and we'd have no problem. He'd probably get a lot of sacks. You know what I mean? Because he's deceptively fast. But we needed a power runner. You know what I mean? Especially with Gus Edwards going. We needed a power guy. And let me tell you something about Lamar being a dual threat quarterback and running. Lamar runs a lot of the time because the pocket collapses, man. That's a lot of his runs. A lot of his runs are not necessarily designed runs. Not at all. You know what I mean? If you watch, especially if you watch last season. If you watch last season, Lamar was waiting to pass, was waiting for his guys to get open. But guess what what happens? They don't get open. They don't get separation. You know what I mean? Unless their name is Zay Flowers. Once they don't get separation, guess what he has to do? He has to scramble and run. But in this situation, when you have Derrick Henry in your backfield, what does that do? That forces the opposition to put 8 people in the box. And if you put 8 people in the box, that means wide receivers are having one-on-ones. And they just have to beat one man. They don't have to worry about a safety over the top, because that safety is down in the box ready to thump. And once they thump, a 250-pound man 7 or 8 times in the game, they're going to get tired, man. Like the great beast mode Marshawn Lynch used to say, you got to punch him in the mouth and punch him in the mouth. And the mouth hit him and hit him and hit him again in the mouth. And at some point, within them 3 hours of football, they're going to get tired of getting hit in their mouth. You know what I mean? It's literally like banging a nail, hammer to nail, belt to ass. Ravens flop. How y'all feel? Get in the comments, man. Let me know how y'all feel. We lit. I'm saying it right now. Super Bowl 2024. 2025. My bad. We coming. Big JTV. I'm out.